Begin by thanking all of you for joining us at this ceremony and for having me as your chief guest. We are gathered here to witness the flagging off of vehicles as well as livestock feed that will help mitigate the ravages of drought within our arid and semi-arid parts of the country. The NDMA is a specialized institution that provides a legal and statutory framework for the implementation of activities related to drought management. Through the NDMA Act of 2016, we have been tasked to coordinate all matters relating to drought management, including implementation of policies and programs. We are required to operate an efficient drought early warning system, as well as coordinate drought response initiatives, and finally, most importantly, identify and implement programs and projects that strengthen community resilience to drought and climate change. I don't know how many of you have ever had a surprise party. It's an alien thing that most of us might not be used to, but do you know what a surprise party is? Anybody raise their hand? I'm sure Myra will. Elaine, you know what a surprise party is? So a surprise party is when it's your birthday, you've had a hard day at MDMA, you've not even had lunch, and you go home in the evening wondering when is the end of the month, hakuna mshahara bado, and you put on the light in the house and everybody shouts, surprise! Because your wife behind your back has organized for all your friends and your relatives and everybody to come and sit in the sitting room and wait for you in the darkness, and you don't know they're in the house. That's a surprise party. Drought, unlike natural hazards, sets in slowly. We can therefore reasonably anticipate and plan for it. It is no longer excusable that year on year we have the surprise party effect at the onset of drought, as if we were not expecting it. As our colleagues from the European Union, and these days we don't hear many good things about them because of Brexit, they will tell you that for them, winter is coming. And winter for them is the equivalent of our drought. So they're not waiting to be surprised. Am I right when I say that, Myra? Elaine? They don't get surprised by winter. They plan for it. They know that there's going to be no pasture. Nothing is going to grow. So they must make sure that there's enough food for their livestock to take them to the 3 or 4 months of winter. And they do this diligently and loyally every year. On our part, we also have drought. But unlike our European counterparts, drought takes us by surprise. That's why I went into such a length to tell you what a surprise party is. You sit there not realizing, and then you get surprised. Ladies, gentlemen, arid and semi-arid lands, or ASALs, which constitute more than 80% of Kenya, continue to bear the brunt of drought scourge. The NDMA has therefore given priority to the ASAL region in its operations. However, the expansiveness of the region poses logistical challenges to our operations. The 23 ASAL counties where the NDMA has offices are not only vast, but some of the areas are also hard to reach due to the terrain and weak infrastructure. Let me thank the European Union for supporting the NDMA and Kenya's wider drought risk management efforts since 2007. The fact is, to perform our functions efficiently and in order to end drought emergencies, we shall require adequate resources. It would be remiss of me not to mention that the European Union played a major role in laying the foundation for the establishment of the NDMA as a permanent institution for drought management in Kenya, and has since then held our hand and walked with us. The European Union has supported us through different projects that have facilitated the discharge of our mandate. The projects have supported the authority to strengthen the drought early warning system. They have participated in formulation of policies related to drought and ASAL development. They have helped us strengthen drought management coordination through capacity building of national, county, and community level structures. Over the years, the European Union has also provided resource for drought response and implementation of strategic projects as identified and prioritized by the afflicted communities themselves. In addition, the projects have enabled the NDMA to build capacity of our staff and engage additional personnel where required, as well as procure equipment, including vehicles. To further ease NDMA's transport constraints, today we are flagging off 8 vehicles that will support NDMA's logistics in drought coordination. The total cost of the 8 vehicles and a 12-seater boat for Lamu County is Kenya shillings 76 million. This is composed of EU's contribution of 48 million shillings and Government of Kenya contribution through NDMA of 28 million shillings. These vehicles will be used at NDMA headquarters and counties that have the most pressing fleet needs, and these counties are Baringo, Samburu, West Pokot, Lamu, and Kilifi. Ladies and gentlemen, at present, the drought situation continues to deteriorate in a number of arid and semi-arid counties due to the delayed start and poor performance of the March to May long rains. Cumulative effects of the poor performance of the just ended long rains and the 2018 short rains have affected the condition of pasture and browse in most ASAL counties. Our drought response began early in February this year, using contingency funds provided by the European Union. Between February and August, the NDMA has disbursed a total of Kenya shillings 218 million to Baringo, Garissa, Isiolo, Laikipia, Mandera, Marsabit, Samburu, Tana River, Turkana, Wajir, and West Pokot counties. To enhance animal health, maintenance of water facilities, fuel subsidies, water tracking, and peace-related activities. Pastoralism is the mainstay of communities living in ASAL areas. The absence of pasture and browse has resulted in the emaciation of livestock, decline in milk production, and in some instances, loss of livestock. This in turn affects food and nutrition security at the household level. The NDMA is therefore providing specially formulated livestock feed supplements to the vulnerable communities to see them through this difficult time. Beginning August, we have so far distributed 24,600 bags of the highly nutritious drought pellets. The European Union has supported this intervention to the tune of 38 million shillings. Priority has been given to the hardest hit counties of Garissa with 10,200 bags, Wajir with 8,400 bags, and Tana River with 6,000 bags. The demand for livestock feed is likely to increase due to the incoming requests by other drought-affected counties. I conclude by thanking all our development partners, and in particular on this occasion, to profusely thank the European Union, who have consistently partnered with us in our drought risk management efforts. Naomba tupige makofi kwa European Union. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me now to invite you to witness the official flag-off of livestock feed supplements to vulnerable communities.
Waiting for the trucks maybe to be cleared. There's probably some security procedure that needs to be done ahead. But let's just all congregate here. Members of flag-off for the livestock feed, and we're going to have one for the vehicles as well. Cameramen, I hope you've got your pictures. And I'll count down from 10 so that you get your 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tupige makofi, ndio hizo sasa zinatoka. Asanteni sana. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. So we can have the fast track move and the official flag off for right there. Okay. We trust that the driver is a good driver. So please make sure you keep clear, just in case he was sitting there just for the sake of pictures. No, but he's a good driver. And like the CEO told us, it's in good hands, and the livestock feed will definitely find its way to where it's supposed to be. There are 2 trucks that are going to take off. Then after that, we're going to flag off the vehicles. The first 2 trucks are headed to Tana River, and as you can see, they are fully loaded. And from here, just like the style of the pastoralist, they will still be doing what they need to do, but in times where there is drought, they 8 vehicles, please come, so that they can also be flagged off, and these will be taken to different counties for disaster response management. And like we've been equally and well told, this is something that will happen. Please stop, please stop. We are able to get good pictures out of that. There are 8 vehicles following each other, but we'll only flag off the first one. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Makofi, shangwe, vigelegele, nderemo na vifijo as they leave. There you go. The vehicles are now officially in the hands. The European Union are supporting disaster management, and I'm sure for members of the media this is a good thing, because what we normally see is the emergency part of it, but we can see that the government, the NDMA together with European Union are ensuring that it's no longer a matter of an emergency, but there is planning behind it, there is thought that is given behind it, and as a result, no more surprise parties when it comes to disaster and drought in Kenya. No more surprise parties. It is to ensure that everything is planned and is done according to plan, so that when the drought, which is a natural occurrence, comes, we are well prepared for it. All right, and I can see the trucks have stopped there. Maybe they have some inspection. So we are now going to have the vote of thanks, which is going to